All right, giving all praise and glory to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, allowing us to have another day closer to the kingdom and the honor of the new moon. Come back to our heritage of how we do it, how we did it, and how we're going to continue to do it. Nothing new other than something. This is going to be your rest right here. So Colossians 3:17.
Colossians chapter 3 verse 17.
It's so beautiful because it's times that I be feeling bad and tired and just out of it, and I go into the Word and I feel much better every single time. I mean, it always has worked for me. You know, it's a peace that Mashiach Yahushua said He's going to give us. When you realize it, but it can't happen if you don't have faith to believe what He said. You got to believe that. You'll see that. We was talking earlier. You know what I mean? Like you feeling bad, you have pain, and then you don't think about it. You just concentrate on what's something else, and you don't have to deal with it because it's mental. You know, you just concentrate on something else, and that's what you're supposed to be concentrating on now, the word of the Most High. You know, the Spirit of the Most High will move you to be able to eliminate all that. Go ahead.
Colossians chapter 3 verse 17. And whatsoever ye do, in word or deed, do all by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai, giving thanks to Yahweh by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai.
Right, so everything that we do and say is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior. That's the spiritual power. Now, if somebody can show me how you can receive spiritual power in another way than going to the Most High through the Mashiach Yahushua, He said, no man coming to the Father but by me. And He said, you ask anything in my name, that's by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, I will do it. So that's Him going to the Father, so we can find something more powerful than what the Most High can do for us. You know what I mean? But see, it's like it go over people's head because they don't realize that this is the spiritual power. This truly is the spiritual power from the Most High. That's why we give Him thanks, because He's worthy to be thanked for everything. We don't know His purpose. You know, His ways and thoughts are not our ways and thoughts. But He's saying He's not a man that He should lie. So you just got to have faith to believe what He's saying. And when you believe what He said, you see it works. Like the miracles that we see right now. We in a miracle. You know what I mean? We in a miracle now. Continually, you know what I mean? But it can go over people's heads. It's like, well, how? But it's a miracle. Certain things are miracles. And you got to recognize the little things. When you start recognizing the little things, it get bigger and bigger, but it's through your faith. You got to believe. It's through your faith. You cannot doubt. You just got to believe in Him, and you never fail. Let's go into it. Let's go to Numbers 10 and 10. Numbers 10 and 10.
Numbers chapter 10 verse 10. Also in the day of your gladness.
This is the day of your gladness, the new moon, the first day of the month. Look outside, you don't see the moon. You won't see the moon today because it's going to start materializing into a moon as the days go by, and it's going to be a crescent moon, then it's going to be a half moon, then it's going to be a 3/4 of a moon, then you're going to see a full moon on the 15th day from today. You can count the days. 15 days from now, it's going to be a full moon. And then from those 15 days, we'll go back to a 3/4, to a half, to a crescent. Then you're going to see, it's going to be just like it looked tonight. No moon. Well, you don't see a moon. And that's the new moon. That's the first day of the month. Our first day of the month. You see what I'm saying? Not His. It's like we start in the evening. He going to say that the day started, just tomorrow started when it got dark.
Midnight.
You know what I mean? But He said it started at midnight. So it starts, our days really start 4 hours before His, you know. Everything He could do, He added time to. He added, it got to go 4 extra hours, 5 extra hours before it's another day. You see, where our day really supposed to start in the evening, when the sun go down, not when the sun go down, when it's, you know, it's dark. That starts the day. You see what I'm saying? Just like he had the days of the year, all of this, man. But this is a day of our gladness. You know, a day that we come together and yes.
Look, when people, I was trying to explain it to someone, they couldn't get it because when they say day, they think of daylight, but not of a cycle. They think daylight. When you say the day starts, day, what they thinking daylight.
That's how we've been programmed.
Right, exactly.
That's how we've been programmed. When you read Genesis, the first chapter, Most High said, evening to evening is the first day. Evening to evening is the day. And we said first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, seventh day. Go back there and look at it. They added these pagan names, these pagan gods to these days of the week and the days in the months of the year. These are guys that you're calling on whenever you're calling on. And he said, get Exodus 23 and 10, man, right quick, so we can look at this and we know why we're starting to say first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, seventh day, and all those that are picking up on this, that's how we start to change. We don't have to say that. We're doing it. This is the second day now, right? We're in the second day. Exodus 23 and 13.
Oh, 13. Okay. Exodus chapter 23, verse 13. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other idols, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth.
All right, so that's the law. So that's what we're looking at. Why the Spirit said, okay, well, we don't have to say these gods that they set up for the days of the week. Everything is to keep you from, you know, doing what's right in the eyes of the Most High Power, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So Numbers 10 and 10.
Numbers chapter 10, verse 10. Also in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginnings of your month.
The beginnings of your month. That's the day of your gladness. The beginnings of your month is the first day of the month, which is, you know, when the new moon comes in. Read.
Ye shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings, and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before your power.
Right, so we're not doing any sacrificing of animals because of Mashiach Yahushua, the anointed Savior, was the ultimate sacrifice. His blood was shed for us. It's very important that we understand. We got to give him some time. We don't give him no time, then why should he give us time when we need him? We need the Most High. You see? You don't need him now. You really going to need him for the tribulation that's getting ready to come on this earth. That's why we got to give him that time. We say sacrifice, get Romans 12 and 1. Now this was about the sacrifice because he was the ultimate sacrifice. Now here we are now, you know, and even though you might not feel like doing it, you got to get the gall to be able to say, I'm going to do it, regardless, you know. And that's what it takes, you know, because that's how you're going to be blessed. Read that.
Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice.
We got to present our bodies a living sacrifice. Don't feel good? You know, you know, we know that very well, very well. Immediately, I can respect that. Can't you? We can respect that. So we gotta, I'm just saying it goes. Right now, our bodies are a living sacrifice before you. Understand this, please. Woo! So we present our bodies a living sacrifice. We have to do this. You know, you gotta chalk it up.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? You know, I know you know.
Yeah.
Most definitely. You know what I mean? Every day we know. So it said we gotta present our bodies a living sacrifice. Read. Holy, true and pure. Read.
Acceptable unto the Most High.
Acceptable unto the Most High. Not man, but acceptable unto the Most High. Read.
Which is your reasonable
He
service.
said that's your reasonable service to do this. Now give me Colossians 2:16. This for all of them that say, okay, well, I don't have to do it, or they want to, you know, come against what it is that you said you're doing tonight, or any holy convocation that we do that they don't do. They want you to do something different. They say they can, you know, it don't matter. Well, let's read it.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink.
So don't let nobody judge you in meat, what you eat, that's dietary, according to the dietary law. Something that you do that's right. This ain't talking about let nobody judge you because you eating pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, catfish, the wrong things to eat. According to the dietary laws, it's talking about let nobody judge us because we're saying, okay, we don't eat those things. We don't eat scavengers. We don't eat things that eat boo-boo. That's what they eat. That's what they made for. They made to clean the waters. Shrimp, crab, lobster, catfish. Look at them, man. You gotta have fish that have fins and scales. And that's what we have tonight. Fish that have fins and scales. Yeah. It's fish fry. It's gotta be that way. Because the Most High says that's a good way. So nobody can come in and judge us because they want to put some catfish in our grill or in our fish hot grease. No, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Well, why we can't cook this catfish? No. So they can't judge us because we're doing what's right. That's what it's saying. Because what are you gonna say? Let everybody judge you about when you're doing something that's off, right? Contrary to the law of the Most High. That don't make no sense. So we're not gonna let nobody judge us for what we're doing that's right according to the laws of the Most High. Go ahead.
Or in respect of a holy day.
Or respect of a holy day. Yeah. Trying to judge you because you keeping a holy day and they're not. Because they're trying to use this in the opposite sense. You see what I'm saying?
They know.
But it's talking about us doing what's right and somebody outside trying to judge us and doing what's right because they don't want to do it or they're not doing it. So a lot of people call themselves Israelites, but they're not following what we've done. They're not going into it and saying it's okay. We're going to find out if it's okay. In the end. Really seriously. In the end, when the judgment comes, you're going to see. Because what we doing, they say, we know Judges 5:11, we rehearsing the righteous acts. So now, they don't want to gather themselves together. They're doing whatever they're doing normally in the world. It is a holy day. How you respect it? They still doing the same thing they was doing, probably. You know what I mean? That they would do any other day, but it's a holy day. So he can't judge us for doing what's right. And say, no, we're not going to do what y'all doing because y'all off. Yeah.
So actually, it's a Sabbath day.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? We honoring him for the Most High. Right? It's a day of gladness. You know, our solemn feast day. We come together every month like this. Go ahead.
Or of the new moon.
Or of what?
The new moon.
Now, the people that's not celebrating the new moon, you know, I ain't talking about them.
Right.
That cancels them out because they're not celebrating the new moon. You see, but they're still gonna make a judgment call on us because we are. That's what I'm saying. Point blank. People in the church, they not celebrating no new moon. You see what I mean? Just a feast day that we had. You're gonna see that was ordained by the Most High. A law of the Most High. So when you know it and you don't do it, what you doing? That's one law every month that you break it. Every month you break it. And when you know, you're supposed to be doing what's right, man. Go ahead.
Or of the Sabbath days.
See, of the Sabbath days. It's very important that we honor the Most High Sabbath days. Give me Psalms 81. Let's go into it to show you where this is coming from. Psalms 81.
Psalm chapter 81. Sing aloud unto the Most High, O Mashiach, our strength. Make a joyful noise unto the Most High, power of Jacob. Take a song and bring hither the timbrel, the pleasant part with the psaltery. So all you that don't like music, you better go put your head in a hole somewhere, because the Most High like music. You hear? This is all instruments, right? Huh? This is all instruments. Psalms are singing. You know, it's like you gotta have a certain type of singing. You know, people so technical, they don't like what's happening right now with the young brothers and sisters are dealing with, the rap, bring it into the into what we're dealing with, the truth. You know, rapping about the truth. You know, and not all that filthy stuff that they're dealing with out there. Or singing about the truth, you know what I mean? Things just like David is doing. These songs are songs, right. You know what I mean? Right. But nobody gonna reproduce how he was doing it. Who's to say he wasn't rapping this? With some beats, he already said that's musical instruments. Right. Who's to say he ain't rapping all these things that he said in the songs?
That'd be something that somebody that can rap might want to think about doing. You know what I mean? Just breaking all those down. Who's to say that? You got the instruments going just like we have. You got the words that we read now in the Psalms. Go ahead.
Blow up the trumpet in the new moon.
That's what we had to say. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon, read.
In a time appointed, an our solemn feast day.
On our solemn feast day. On our solemn feast day. It's our solemn feast day. Go ahead.
For this was a statute for Israel.
This was a statute for we, the children of Israel. Read.
And a law of the Most High power of Jacob.
See, and a law. So it's in the law. The law of the Most High. That we're supposed to do this. So you know you're supposed to do it. You don't do it, you're breaking the law. But the Most High, that's one strike. It goes against you because you're not doing it. Go ahead.
This he ordained in Joseph.
This he ordained in Joseph. And look, that's a law, so go ahead.
For a testimony, when he went out through the land of Egypt, where I heard a language that I understood not.
So he went out in the land of Egypt, where the Most High heard the language of Egyptian was talking. So I didn't even know what they was talking about. So I heard a language I didn't even understand. So these Egyptologists speaking, I don't know if my brothers can go here. Because the Most High say here the language that they he didn't even understand. Because remember he mixed all the languages up to Tower of Babel. John 14 and 15. Mashiach Yahushua, that's a law, it's a law. So Mashiach Yahushua said this. A lot of people say they care about and they love Mashiach Yahushua. What did he say?
St. John chapter 14 verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
He said, if you love me, keep my commandments. We just read a law for the new moon, right? So go to Proverbs 3 and 1, because they say when you go to the New Testament, oh, commandments is not the law. Let's find out. Many scriptures that it's just we going through it so we can get through it, but many scriptures that prove that the commandments are the law. And this one does. Proverbs 3 and 1.
Proverbs chapter 3 verse 1. My son, forget not my law.
Say, forget not what?
My law.
Forget not my law. Read.
Let thine heart keep my commandments.
And let your mind keep his commandments. What is it going to do for you?
For length of days.
To live a long time, read.
And long life.
Long life, read.
And peace.
And peace, read.
Shall they add to thee.
Shall they add to you. Can't go wrong with that. 2 John 5 and 6. You can't go wrong with this. John 5 and 6. Second John, verse 5 and 6.
Oh, okay, sorry. 2 John, verse 5. And now I beseech thee, lady, not as though I write a new commandment unto thee, but that which we had from the beginning, that we love one another.
Over and over again. He said we had this from the beginning, that we love one another. Verse 6.
And this is love.
And this is the love that he's talking about, read.
That we walk after his commandments.
This is love. That we walk after his commandments. And this new moon is a law that the Most High ordained during the time of Joseph. Read.
That as ye have heard from the beginning.
From the beginning. And we in the end of the Bible. He said, you have heard this from the beginning. What? Go ahead.
That ye had heard from the beginning, you should walk in it.
You should walk in it. Point blank. Luke 6:46. Now that we know, this is what Mashiach Yahushua had to say to us.
Luke chapter 6, verse 46. And why call me out of one, and do not the things which I say.
When he said, say, why you call on me? Mashiach Yahushua. Mashiach Yahushua, whatever name you use. And what did he say? And do not the things which I say. That's why you gotta look at this for real, because